Today we're coming to you from Kwelika Banana, eThekwini in Durban, KZN. We're here to meet up nosoma business othi lalela. Ngiyakwazi mina kunjani ukuqala phansi. Ngiyakwazi kunjani ukuthi uba at the peak of everything ihamba kahle. Ngiyakwazi ukuthi kunjani ukuqala phansi usukhuphuka futhi and building your legacy all over again. Thina ke see the Next Billionaire khona la on 1KZN TV. I'm your host, igama lami uLusanda, uLusdia wakwamnqayi. Today we're at the beautiful bar, Sky Lounge, eThekwini. We're here to meet up with Kgolo Daguru Mthembu. Igama liyazisho. He is the hospitality and entertainment guru la eKZN. Sifuna ukuzwa yonke into ke yakhe, his journey uqale kanjani nokuthi uyimisele ngani career wise. Come with me. Right now, I'm seated next to the man himself. Guru, hospitality and entertainment industry la KZN eThekwini, Kgolo Mthembu. Kgolo, welcome to the show. All right?
Thank you, Lusanda. I'm good, and you?
I'm awesome.
Yeah. Ngiyabonga. Yeah, it's been a long journey, but we're finally here.
I remember the first video I keep on social media who introduced ukuthi bakhetha umuntu wrong to do this because angena umuntu ojwayele ukukhuluma. Remember, I think you were seeing because I could see. Yes. And you were telling us ukuthi officially isiyavulwa.
So yeah, I mean that video bangithole off guard.
Yeah.
They were saying, I must do the content thing.
Yeah.
And when you've been sort of retired and you're coming back, so it's easy to say warm up to.
But
especially it was the content. So for me, it was like, now I have to be the face. I need to talk. But you gotta do that and keep it real as well. Yeah.
So what role do you play here at the bar Sky Lounge?
So here is I'm a founder. I'm the creative director. I'm also the managing director. I try to be more involved in my businesses now.
Yeah.
Before, yes, I was involved, but I also had a lot of managers who were doing everything. So now I've decided, no, let me be hands-on.
Yes.
More.
So as umuntu who has done so many, who has owned so many businesses, especially here in KZN, what inspired you ukuthi cha, let me bring something different to people?
Yeah, so when I looked around, I realized there's a lot of restaurant, bars and nightclubs, right? But there's not a lot of rooftops.
Yes.
And I wanted to give people like an elevated experience, something that can work during the day, also something that can be something that is a convenient destination, a convenient destination where which you can come here, eat good food, enjoy the best cocktails, and like also party later, because we also have like a grooming lounge, which is also another thing that I thought let me add to the concept, as extra touch.
Kgolo, you sound like umuntu who has been doing this for years. Yazi ngathi ungavela ungichazele ngisho ulele embhedeni ukuthi hayi Lusanda 1 2 3 4. Experience yakho, how many years do you have in experience?
You know what, to be honest, I've never counted, but it's scary because I've been doing this thing since I was like 14 or so, been doing events.
But we can do the math. If
no, but I think it's been over 20 years. I've been doing this thing, but started as more of being a party person, being a social butterfly, creating events, creating experiences. Little did I know that will become a business, that will become a career, that will change lives, that this will be something that will change lives and change the game as a whole.
So you are the type of person othi mufike endaweni ugroove uthi ngiyabona ukuthi siyaphuza but umnikazi wale ndawo ushaya imali yazi la. Because some people nithi nihambile le kwi groove athi kodwa yabona ukuthi asekangakanani ngingenza imali mengavula le ndawo. Ngathi you were that type of person as well.
For me it was like, okay, I like to put together events.
Yeah.
In fact, I used to like doing angazi bayibizana into le man yokukhatha amaphepha i-art craft or arts and crafts.
Yes.
You know, I used to like creating personalized invitations and flyers at the time.
Okay.
So I take like anything, a paper, cut it, write it, make it seem like sometimes bebonakala njenge ransom note where you're taking letters from a magazine.
Yeah.
You're writing what you are. Why you?
Yes,
oh,
yes,
yabo,
yes, yeah.
Type ubhale as invitation. Then you tell this Tombo standard, you plan to magazine,
Uzofaka, yeah.
Born magazine those
Yes.
days or whatever magazine,
Yeah.
or True Love. And then you take that, it's a nice picture, then you duplicate it, then you create flyers, you invite people, then they come. And then I used to also love music. So by the passion that I had in music was, I knew when you have a nice space, good music, people are happy, they have a bit of a therapy. So I used to love that. But I never used to make money. And everybody used to say, you always have a following when you do an event, or whether it's a 6 to 6, whether it's a braai, people support you. And then later on, I wanted to make money, and then I had a pool table, snooker.
Okay, yes, yeah.
And snooker in my house. Ngakhuluma nogogo ngathi gogo, I need to make extra money.
Hey, dalu hlupa.
Yabo, so wanginika ke I got an opportunity to do a deal with those guys. They used to provide us with the snooker table. You go 50-50 with whatever money
Okay.
that you made. So there, yeah, it just started becoming a bit of a business. But that money, to be honest, you made that money. You buying clothes,
Yeah.
you buying all the things, the alcohol, the
Sure.
time, even though we're like illegal.
So speaking of your experience,
Yeah.
I'm sure you do use it into running this place. But I want us to get into that. We are from the Ed Break. What does it take to run a bar Sky Lounge? You know, the hours as well, training stuff. So konke lokho sobuyela khona when we come back from the Ed Break. You're still tuning in to the Next Billionaire right here on 1KZN TV. Keep locked in. Welcome back from the Ed Break. You're still tuning into the Next Billionaire right here on 1KZN TV. Sisakhona ke eBar Kgolo Banana in Durban and Kgolo.
Yes.
I still have more questions for you. The first one is le experience yakho nayo ke uyisebenzisa kanjani ke in terms of running this place? I mean, ku-clean la. I'm sure kuba khona mhlambe ikhathi where abantu bozogibela phezulu kosofa begroove, but you need to make sure that you do your maintenance as well. Indawo mesifika kuyona ngakusasa akusho ukuthi hayibo ade kuvala ngo2 la nasekuclean kanje. How do you do it?
Yeah, like you've said, it's experience,
Yeah.
right? But it all for me here in this place, it started with the team. I had to build a very strong team, guys who are passionate about what they do, and they've been like a blessing for me. So they've made sure whatever that needs to happen here, this is why like the bar within a short space of time we've become the talk of the town.
Yes.
Because I made sure with the team, my team is just the right kind of people. Yeah, so that's for me has helped a lot. And it's trending already.
So lana ke khona inkinga entshasha Kgolo esibhekene nayo, not only in KZN, in South Africa as a whole.
Yes.
And I really want to find out, how do you tackle that? Leyo ukuthi mase sifika kuma establishments, kuma restaurants, kuma lounge and ama drinks, awusazi ukuthi is it real or is it fake? Inkinga esibhekene nayo right now. So when it comes to supplying or supplier bakho, how do you double check ukuthi cha whatever ngizoyithola la ngizonikeza abantu ibe right?
Yeah, so with us it's a problem that I had in Nami in the beginning, where when I reopened, a lot of guys were saying me na with age sifilo Zambia, we are excited that you are coming back. And Me now, how I buy my alcohol, my supply is coming from your prominent guys, liquor suppliers. I don't like to buy a stock from someone approaching me at, you know what, I've got a bit of stock that's left from an event that I did, whether it was an outdoor event
Shangi
or whether
discount.
yeah, I don't like that,
Yeah.
because also that affects my books.
Yes, and
Everything
your
must come with an
reputation.
invoice.
Yeah.
So we use prominent guys, and unfortunately, the way this thing was so bad, because I closed my business for a while. I just came back again now. But the way it was so bad, which you find with even those guys, the guys who are prominent, there are people internally who are sabotaging them, whether it's someone
yeah.
or delivery man also keep by the original alcohol and put the fake one. So now, but there are things that they had to curve and fix to make sure they don't end up losing like credibility and lose customers, and end up also damaging society, because that thing, a lot of people got sick.
Kakhulu, yeah. Ukwathi when it comes to some of the extra things we can find here at bar, which
Yeah.
is the beauty, it's beauty bar, and then the courtyard as well.
Yes.
A courtyard, yini esingayenza khona? Can people come and say, Kgolo, I want to do or I want to host an event? Ngicela ispace. Kwenzeka kanjani?
So courtyard for me was like, I need to be intentional about our celebrations. There's people that are celebrating birthdays and they want a private space. There's people who are doing bridal showers. There's people who are doing, whether it's a bachelorette or whatever. And you find within that way, they don't allow them to do these things, which becomes unfair. Nakona, it's also not fair because you're having a fine dining experience and then ngapha kunomuntu onamabaluni and
Yes.
bridal shower for
Yeah.
you. So you have to have a space also by intentional for those special celebrations, and that's why the courtyard is there.
Okay.
It's there for private corporate gigs. It's also there for personal people that want to take the space and decorate it ngendlela abafuna ngayo.
Yeah.
So I was very intentional about the courtyard. That's why it's private, it's exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So last corner manje, it's now known as the bar
Yes.
Sky Lounge, but
Yeah.
previously it's nasiyazi la isekunye
Yeah.
ukuthi hayi ise-views
views,
lana.
yeah, yeah.
Even now yazi ulimi luyashelela. Ngiyakhumbula when kusayi World Cup.
Yes.
Silokhu sifonelana asameni sobuka ibhola kuphi e-views bar. Let's talk about that transition right now from e-views to a bar.
Yeah. So e-views was a concept that I came up with like 10 years ago. It was views at 25 because the address is 25 Silver Avenue.
Yeah.
And when I started this place, there was no roof. This was open. So you had
Okay.
the views like top, side, you could see everyone. So there were too many views, and it was a very a humble beginning, because we were like forced to do this then down there in an open space. Yeah, and then it developed into a more of a cover space where there's a ceiling, a louver ceiling where it
Yeah.
opens and closes, awning, sorry, and then we added a salon, and obviously became a lifestyle destination.
Yes.
Right? But like everybody in business, you there will be times where there's introduction phase in your business, and then there's a maturity phase, then there's a decline, and there's sometimes something that forces you to close, or whether it's me being incompetent, me just deciding to be too relaxed, which I've got this, or there's competition. But there was a lot of pressure on my side, which forced me to close. As you close,
E-views.
Yeah. And then when views closed, it was like sort of like for me a time to go and
Reset.
and reset.
Yeah.
And reset, because it was one of the most successful establishments I've ever had. In fact, out of all my establishments that I've had in the past 5 years, I think I had about 8. E-views was the anchor of everything. So coming back, I was like, the last few days of views, it was not the reputation was not so great. So I had to now rebrand. I had to come up with a different, fresh approach. And that's why I said, no, I want to say views again. As much as people knew views, everyone knows views. Now, but that was Uber, Basa, fari views they get here.
Yeah.
You know, I said, no, let me rebrand. Let me start again. I've done it before. Let me do it again.
Okay, so Ms. Buya from the ad break.
Yes.
Ngifuna sinte you bouncing back.
Yeah.
You rebuilding your name, your brand, and your career as well, and also touch on amanye business because this guy is a guru. It's with hospitality and entertainment guru akudlali ngawo. There's a lot that he does. There's a lot of caps that he wears as well. So keep it locked in. Usabukele yona in the next billionaire. Mesibuya ke siyaqhubeka with our beautiful conversation with Kgolo. Welcome back from the ad break. Usabuga Leona is the next billionaire konala on 1KZN TV. I'm your host, Kamala Mulusanda, Ulustia, Uwagomnai. Kgolo Daguru is still here. It's rhyming as well, but it also shows what you are, the entertainment guru. You know. Before we went for the ad break, I want us to talk about the setbacks, the journey. Okay, I've closed down amanyama business. Now I need to rebuild Kgolo, rebrand as well. That journey, let's talk about that.
It's Jane. I don't know where to start. You know, I was with a friend of mine. I need to get an author and write a book. Just in a nutshell, you know, I went through my phase where things were difficult. I went through a depression, and I just didn't want to wake up anymore. I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to do anything. I just want to stay in bed or just don't do anything. In fact, I used to say to myself in the morning, today I want to do as little as possible. And that was the words I used to say to myself. And that brought me into a space where everything fell apart. And then by everything falling apart, then you in life, you know, they say when you hit rock bottom, you're actually at your strongest.
Yeah.
My competitors or people that thought were my friends, they took my businesses.
Ooh.
And just like that. And I was hopeless. I could not fight them. But for me, was Gucci, I need to go back to a drawing board. I need to exercise. I need to be strong. And I made sure, Gucci, I read almost every day. And that for me, it just motivated me to come back. By the time I came back, like from even understanding the law, like it was legalities, because I lost a lot of businesses through legal battles.
Yes.
I already knew, Gucci, you meet a lawyer, but so good to know I need a lawyer. But the lawyer I'm saying I was with instructor Ranjan. You know, before as businessmen, sometimes we don't even know how to instruct our lawyers. We also don't even know how to instruct our accountants. We sometimes have this thing, notion of accountants, they know better than you. If our accountants were the best business people, they would have had so many businesses. I mean, I don't even know a lot of business, a lot of accountants that have successful. Personally, maybe they are. I haven't done research, but I don't know a lot of accountants that have multi-billion rands businesses. You know, so I was like, no, I will learn myself. I didn't have, unfortunately, I didn't have the advantages like other kids with strong parents, mentors. My mentors was but me reading, looking at what's happening around the world. So yonke into enginayo ngiswengazi ngiyibekile kuNkulunkulu ukuthi God, you gave me this idea. And then you're gonna give me the customers. There's over a billion people in this country, in this continent. So the chances of you getting a customer maybe a week, a day are high. Yeah, but especially when you put God in first,
yes.
You know. So that is the for me the comeback plan, the comeback. Strategy that I had, if it's strategy, but it was more like me fixing that relationship with the high power, learning every day, because so many things gotta learning from my mistakes, and just also not be a victim.
Ooh.
Don't stop playing victim. Take
Yeah.
accountability, because 99% of the time we choose to be in those abusive relationships. We choose to be in those abusive or bad environments. No one is holding a gun onto you and say, "Hlalana in this township, hlalana with these friends." Get out of those unnecessary friendships. And build that relationship with uNkulunkulu. Fall in love with Jesus. Fall in love with yourself as well. You understand?
So actually, it starts with you. Kahle
Yeah,
kahle when or you don't even want to blame other people.
you can't.
It's
you
me.
Can't,
I had
because,
to reconnect and everything.
You have to. And you have to like know your boundaries.
Yes.
Now, once you create boundaries, that's another thing. You upset a lot of people, but you rather upset them than upset yourself.
Sure.
You rather lose
I
people.
no, preach.
You'd rather lose people than
Yeah.
lose yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uyancane uba mfundisi. Let's talk about amanye ama businesses that you run, that you have your hands on. We've got Irich.
Nami, there was a time where I would run about 7 to 8 businesses concurrently.
Yeah.
You know, like I always, for me to do that, I have to have a strong team. And it is true, you have to hire people who are smarter than you, who are better than you. Don't be intimidated by them. Give them a chance to just do what they need to do. Don't micromanage them. So with current businesses that I own, it's honestly speaking, it's that thing of having the great partners. We've got Sunset Boulevard, Umhlanga, we've got EVC Rich, and the bar. So, you know, I used to own Hugo as well, and when I started that business, I had a great team as well. But it's led by another owner now. They could great team as well. They're the guys that right now they make sure Hugo it becomes again one of the hottest clubs in the city. And then we obviously have E agency too. It's a creative agency where we are every day trying to create. You know, we are creating ideas. We're creating our campaigns and pitching, and we're hoping with by the end of the year or next year will be one of the fastest growing creative agency in the city or in the country.
Sure, there's a lot that you're doing, my guy. Which brings me to this question, and I know ukuthi ngizoyithola le pendulo engiyifunayo from you. Judging from everything that you run, that you own, okunye sekwakulahlekela okunye kodwa sekubuyile ke manje ke, do you think you have the potential to become the next billionaire?
So for me, Lusana, it's like with achieving so much, I don't think I don't want to be like those guys say, yo, hey, money is not everything, right?
Yes.
Because that's wrong. You must go for it. You must work damn hard and say, I want to make that billion. And naming those bone like right, it's not everything. But my goal right now is peace. My goal is peace.
And before I wrap it up, Konje, what are your 3 building blocks, Konje? It's reconnecting.
Yeah, it's reflecting.
Yes.
Okay, first is building that relationship with the high power.
Yes.
And reflecting.
Love yourself as well.
Love yourself.
And your health.
Self-love.
Oh, yes, you mentioned health as well.
Health, more love yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, and then also another thing is just creating those boundaries.
And peace as well.
Yeah, peace for me. It's I wanna be a billionaire at peace, not be a billionaire and then not at peace.
Clock. What's the clock is? Clock is.
When
the clock A billionaire with peace is what he wants to be. And this is where we wrap it up. Thank you so much for this beautiful conversation. So lokesizalana epa for everything. Bonile ukuthi each and every day khona ama events, different programs that you run. So do go through to their social media platforms as well to find out yini enye ongayenza. Thina sesiqedile. I'll see you next week ngo 9:30 ebusuku ngolwesibili 1 KZN TV channel 261 on DCV. Good night.